Hi, I'm Alex Armbruster. I was the main John Carver stunt double in Thanksgiving, and you're watching Craven Something Scary. And there will be no leftovers.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Well, tonight, guys, it is Saturday night Scream Talk night. Try to do this every Saturday. It's my goal, and it's so great to be with all of you here tonight, talking Scream. And what can get better than that? I mean, that's we're all watching it together, which you know maybe on the horizon. Just saying. But you keep your eyes open for that potentially to happen, a little Scream watch party. Um, but so welcome, guys. I'll be having my special guest joining a little bit later in the stream. But one thing I want to mention as we're getting started is that I was planning to stream for about an hour tonight, like I read to around 7. However, I decided to go ahead and put up an instant super chat reward challenge. And I know I'm going to have a guest joining me, so I thought, why not? Let's throw it out there and I'll leave it in your hands. But basically, here's how it works, guys. You can see right now there is a goal in the chat. See, they go up there at the top, it says 0 of 15. If we get 15 super chats between now and 7 p.m., all right, or we'll say 7:05, but basically 7 p.m., then I will extend this stream for 45 additional minutes. We'll go till 7:45 because my guest has a stream starting at 7:45, and I was going to cut him loose early so he could get ready and stuff. But you know what? We're going to do it this way. So if you guys want this stream to last until 7:45 Central, that's an extra 45 minutes. I'll leave it up to you. All right, 15 super chats is the goal, and it will be an instant reward if you guys hit it. And if not, then we'll wrap it up early. But hopefully you guys are in the mood to talk with us tonight, and I'll let you decide. Power is in your hands tonight. All right. So let me get into the chat. Let's see who's here and joining us for some Scream Talk. And by the way, when I say Scream Talk, any Scream film, it can be Scream 7, it can be Scream, it can be Scream 2, it doesn't matter. All 6 films, or I say 7, all 7 films, and technically 8, but you know what I'm saying. Every Scream film is on the table. So if you have questions, comments, theories that you want to share, send those in the live chat. I will get to as many as possible. And if you do send a super chat in, not only will you be helping to reach the goal by 7 o'clock, but you'll also move ahead of everybody else. And I will address your question next. And you'll be supporting the channel, which really helps keep the lights on, guys. It really does. You have no idea how much your super chats and your memberships help this channel. All right, guys, so let's get to it. Jason's in the house. What's up, Jason? I see Becky. Hey, Becky, always a pleasure to see you, my friend. And Scott's Playground is on air, is here. What's going on, Scott? Casey. Hey, Casey, good to see you. Kelly's in the house as well. All right, Kelly, it's always a pleasure. You guys are awesome. And hey, it's Johnny. What's up, Johnny Keene? Visiting for the live stream, man. That's awesome. I know it's a crazy time of night for you, so I'm glad you're here. Ryan is here. Tom, what's up, Tom? And Julie, want to say hi to Julie. A shout out to Julie is moderating the chat tonight. So thank you, Julie. And she's a great friend and an amazing person. And yeah, Julie, thank you so much. We're keeping this chat a friendly and fun place. All right, Wes Carpenter Flicks. Hey, finally made it to a live stream. Yeah, I'm glad. I saw that you just started following me on Instagram. So I noticed that I got the notification. So nice to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. All right, Gory Tiger says, what's up? You are, my friend. What's up, Gory? Glad you're here. And hey, we've got a membership anniversary. It's from the General. Val has been a member for 33 months this month, guys. 33 months. She has faithfully supported this channel every single month. She says it's been a pleasure and a great time being a part of this community. Love y'all all. Well, we love you, Val. You know how much I appreciate your friendship, and Val, and thanks for your support and always being here and being in my corner. I appreciate it, my friend. Wes Carpenter Flick says, I'm craving something scary. Well, all right. Love it. Hey, Keon is in the house. What is up, man? It's always good to see you. Welcome. All right. And Keon says, hit the like button, y'all. Thank you for that, buddy. Yes, please. If you've not yet done so, be sure and hit that thumbs up. And hey, it's my friend M. What's going on at Horror? Good to see you. I know it's really late where you are as well, but it's great to see you. Glad you're here. We'll have to do something together soon, my friend. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Kevin is here. All right, Kevin. Anybody else? Let me make sure that I'm... Oh, let's see. Oh, that's funny. Wes Carpenter Flick says, me and the kiddos just finished Scream 3. I told him he had to wait 11 years to watch the next one. Yeah, that's right. Oh, man, talking about a long time. Let's see. Anybody else? I want to make sure I'm caught up. Hey, Mario, what's going on? Since I finally I caught you on live. Hugs from Brazil. Wow. Fantastic, Mario. Thank you. It's so amazing to hear that some of you here tonight, like right here in Brazil, in the UK, in Ireland. Unbelievable. It just blows my mind. It just blows my mind. Fantastic. And by the way, while I'm still getting to see everybody, I'm going to put it on the screen for you guys. Just a reminder, we do have a super chat reward challenge today on this stream. It's an instant reward. So you actually get rewarded tonight. If we get 15 super chats by 7 p.m. Central, we'll extend the stream out for 45 more minutes, guys. So just want to keep that up there as a reminder. All right, let's see, where was I? Oh, hey, here we go. Horror just sent in a $2 super chat. Thank you. It says, it's a Scream baby. Hope you're well, Stephen. Thank you, M. I'm hanging in there, my friend. I'm hanging in there. And I really appreciate your super chat. That's helping to get us towards the goal of 15. So M started us off. She did the first one. And now we'll see who follows up and keep it going. Thank you, M. Appreciate you. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Oh, Gene. Hey, Gene. All right. Good to see you. Glad you're here. And Jordan is here. What's up, Jordan? Says, I'm so glad to be watching your stream today. It's been a rough day for me. Oh, no. And my family, as we were in a car accident today. Oh, my goodness. Glad to finally relax to a good stream. Oh, Jordan, I'm so sorry about the accident. That's awful. I hope everyone's okay. There was no major injuries or anything. That's terrible. It's never fun getting in an accident, whether it's just a little fender bender thing or if it's something worse, of course. Never fun. It's, all the stuff you got to do. But listen, I'm glad that you are home and that you're able to tune into the stream. That means a lot. It really does. I really hope that I can get your mind off things here for an hour or so. I really do. Just hang in there, okay? Keep fighting. It says RJ is here. What's up, RJ? Good to see you. Andrea's here as well. What's up, Andrea? Hello to you. All right. And Thomas is here. Thomas Clark says, howdy, Craven. How you been, man? It's been a hot minute since I caught a live stream. Yeah, man. I'm doing all right, brother. Thanks for asking. I live life one day at a time. And that's really all any of us can do if you think about it. But yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate you asking. Keon says, Steven will do I Know What You Did Last Summer marathon. I know the stream, not about that. Just thought I'd ask. Hey, I have thought about it. I really have. I've thought about doing the first two movies. I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I'm not going to go to the third one. I think I'm going to leave that one off. If you really want to watch the third movie, you go for it, guys. More power to you. If you love it, I love that you do. But for me, I'm going to probably do the first two. But you know what? Listen, it's a watch party, right? It's always fun in a watch party. So I might do a screen. I might do the third one as well. But good asking. Good question, Keon. I've been kicking the idea around, knowing we're kind of running out of time because it comes out this week. It's coming next weekend. So I'd have to move pretty quick if I do that. But we'll see. Stay tuned. I'll leave it at that. Stay tuned. All right. All right. Keon also says, I think the cliffhanger they will go with for Scream 7 will be surprising. Oh, okay. That would be great. I'm all for it, man. I would love surprises. And if they can pull it off in such a way that really does kind of catch me off guard, if you will, a little bit, or, kind of like, wow, I didn't see that coming. That would be fantastic, man. Yeah. All right. And hey, Johnny's coming in with a $2 super chat. Johnny, thank you for that. Helping us reach our goal tonight of 15. That's number 2, man. Awesome. Thank you. It says, great to see you and Knight. Sending prayers to Jordan. Yes, absolutely. But many prayers to you, Jordan, for sure, and your family. And yeah, Knight should be here any minute now. He should be coming anytime. So stay tuned. But Johnny, thank you for your support. I appreciate that, helping us try to reach the goal of 15 super chats right now. And, you know, I tell you what, how about for your super chat? I'm looking up some clips here. You know, um, something I have, I play it regularly, but not, doesn't feel like I've played it most recently. So, you know what? This is a staple on the channel. It's going to be time for some spicy mustard. So here we go, guys. This is for our first 2 super chats that have come in tonight to helping to reach the goal of 15 by 7. All right, here we go. Spicy mustard, guys. You know it. You love it. Sing it. Kick it around. Crank it up.
Do you feel the hunger tonight? Are you a little hungry? I wanna be a hot dog. Be a hot dog tonight. I'm a hot dog. If you wanna take a bite. I'm a hot dog. If you wanna dip me in spicy mustard, then you can. Because I'm a hot dog. Wow.
Wow. Give me your best wow. Oh, goodness gracious. Spicy mustard just, you know, I always say it just never gets old, man. It just doesn't. All right. Thomas coming in with a question. Let's see what we got. You guys don't forget to send your theories or questions about Scream 7 or any previous Scream films. Thomas asked, hey, Craven, thinking Jill will be the unannounced appearance. You know, honestly, Thomas, I think that's very possible. I really do. Because I know that, you know, there's one character that they have not revealed publicly, but I am very confident Billy Loomis will be in this film as well. And what's that? I really do think Billy Loomis will be an unannounced appearance as well. And I really am pulling for Jill to make an appearance. I think it's possible. So I'm with you, man. I'm gonna just kind of, you know, I'm in this place where it's like, you know, what you want and what you think's gonna happen. Sometimes they're 2 different things, but I think Jill has a shot to return in this movie. It'll either be a voice and a voice changer, or it'll be a deep fake video, or if like a FaceTime video or something like this. If they do it, but yeah, I think so, Thomas. I think it's very possible. Keon says, yeah, definitely skip the 3rd one. Yeah, I don't think I can do the 3rd one, guys. Wes Carpenter flicks 1 and 2 are really all you need. Don't ruin it for yourself. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That taco, that hot dog got you hungry. All right. Oh man. See, Keon says, what I want to know is who is the mental patient and why is he obsessed with Sydney and how Gail fits in all that? Yeah. Very, very curious about that, man. I am too. I'm excited to see exactly how that all comes together, and yeah, what their intention is, what the writing is for that character. Yeah. It will definitely be interesting to see. Absolutely. Hey, RJ says, I got Scream 5 on Netflix right now in the background while listening to the chat. All right, man. Very cool. How meta can you get to have a Scream movie in the background watching this stream about Scream movies? It's great. We can do meta on this channel, right? We can do that. Hey, Mayanne is in the house. Thanks for joining us, May. It's good to see you hanging out with us. Give me 1 second, guys. One moment, please. Dun, 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 dun. It's a very important text with my guest who's coming on, so I had to answer it. But hey, Mayanne, welcome to have you. Welcome to see our. Good to see you. Okay, let me back up. Jeez. Oh, you know how sometimes you have the words in your head and your mouth is like going its own direction. It's just not lining up. Yeah, pretty much what happened there. All right. Let's see here. 1 second. I'd like to see footage from Charlie and Jill's camera. Ooh, yeah. That's a good point too. They shot all that footage. We've never seen it. We've never seen any of that footage. We always tend to gravitate towards Gail's camera in Scream 1 and hoping to see unseen footage from that. But the fact is, you're right. We've got footage out there that Charlie and Jill filmed that we've never seen. That would be awesome. All right. Keon says, Steven, did you hear from Scream 7 stars? Might have to skip Comic-Con because of reshoots. I'm going with it just being a rumor. Yeah, actually, before I answer that question, guys, I hear a knock at the door. And you know what? Absolutely. It is indeed my good friend, Night Zone. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man? I finally got the link.
Okay, brother.
I was looking everywhere except for email.
I normally never send it an email, which is
I know. I should have
I
thought of that
know.
though.
Well, no, I look. I'll take the fault because I pulled up Instagram on my laptop. The link.
Mhm.
It's not the website, not the app, the website, and it was not working.
Oh,
And it does this to me all the time. And so I'm like, let me just email it.
yeah.
But anyway, it's all good, bro. I'm glad you're here now.
Me too, man. Me too.
Yeah. So Keon was bringing up the question about this rumor about having to skip Comic-Con because of reshoots. I can tell you one thing. I'll have a little inside track on this. So I can tell you that I was told by someone who's directly plugged into this that, in fact, they had to cancel their appearance even. Alan Robinson, who I'm talking about, my good friend Alan Robinson. And we were chatting about this offline, and he said that, yeah, they had to he was supposed to appear at this convention coming up in Raleigh, and they had to cancel everyone's appearance from the Screamcast because they had to go back for more filming. So I can actually verify that's true. Yeah.
Okay.
So I can tell you right now, all those that made the stream and are here, you just got the scoop. That is real. So it's not even a rumor. All right. So, and I should probably do a video about that.
Right.
Got some exclusive stuff. I should probably do it. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh yeah, man. Yes, I'm glad you watched it. It was a great interview, great time, as always with Alan. And Nye, I'm glad you're here to talk Screen with us, man. And
Yeah, man.
I got a super chat instant reward challenge going on. If we get 15 super chats by 7 p.m. Central, then we're going to extend this stream to 7:45, and then we're going to get them right over to your channel.
Woohoo.
And
All right.
but the power is in the people's hands, Night.
That's right. That's
It's in their
right.
hands.
It always is. Oh, most times,
Yes.
anyways.
Most times, that's right. And hey, we're at 4 of 15 super chats, so we can make this happen in 30 minutes, guys. You totally can. I know you guys can do that. All right, so we do have some super chats that move to the front of the line. So I'm going to do that right now. Um, 1 second here. Okay. And we have a couple of super chats that came through. Johnny coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you, man.
Hey.
Appreciate it, bro. Says Kevin Williams has said recently about Matthew Lillard, quote, they let me be the one to call and ask them back to the franchise. So they let me be the one to call and ask Matthew back. Okay. Surely this is a hint he is alive? Question mark. I mean, I think that part of the reason why, and this is just me guessing, Knight, I'll see what you think.
Okay.
But I think one of the reasons that Kevin would want to make that call personally is because it goes back to Scream 1. It's his history. He met Matthew on set, and
Right.
I think there's a relationship with Matthew there.
Yeah.
What do you think, man? You think that that's the reason why?
Well, I think that's either the reason or obviously part of it, because I think with this entry, and we'll probably hear a whole bunch of stuff after it comes out, and who knows, it could be months after it comes out. We'll probably hear some really cool behind the scenes stuff, on set stories, and all of that
Yeah.
after actors and Kevin and whoever else will be interviewed. But I think the whole mantra of this entry is that, you know, you've got the familiar people, you know, whether it's Marco or Kevin, you know,
Yes.
Matthew, you got Scott, Nev, Courtney, you know, all these people that you know, Skeet, everyone is just, it's just a family type of atmosphere. And I think that
Mm-hmm.
not only is what's going to make this entry very interesting and we believe very good, but I think it's also something that probably helps to give faith to everyone on set, you know, because everybody knows each other and everyone is kind of,
True.
you know, on the same wavelength, so to speak. When you work with people, you know, especially a couple times, you know, there's that trust that you have. And that's important
Mm-hmm.
for anything, you know, whether it's movies, music, TV, whatever. So I
Yeah.
think that's definitely part of it for Kevin.
Yeah, me too, man. I think you get a good point. Because you got Nev back, and you know, in fact, Matthew even mentioned somewhere in the interview about it was great being on set with Nev again, you
Yeah.
know, and stuff. And and you got to remember these people, not Kevin, but like Matthew and Nev, they go to conventions all the time together. I mean,
Oh yeah.
they're still close to this day,
Yep.
and so it does make sense that Kevin would be the one to call. Now, is that a hint he's alive? I don't want to read too much into it because you guys, I'm a conductor at the Stew Train. You guys know that. So I'm always looking for an angle. I'm looking for a way in for a clue.
Right.
And I just think it's more about old friends. That's in friendship personally. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see though, Johnny. And Knight, listen, man, we all love music, right? And stuff. And so and before you know what, hang on, before I even get to that, Knight, tell me again. I think a lot of people know your opinion on this, but one more time for the record, give me your thoughts, or give us your thoughts on Stu Macher, and if you think they will do it right or not and make him a living character.
Well, my biggest point that I like to talk about, and of course, you know, it's my opinion because I obviously haven't
Yeah.
seen it yet, but I just feel as though, why even go through the big not hassle, but why even bring Matthew back if he's not going to be alive? Now, I know there are going to be people that say, yeah, he can be in a flashback and that could be cool. Maybe it could be an extended flashback or voice or the whole
Right.
AI thing. I mean, in theory, he could have as much screen time AI wise as Anthony Hopkins in The Silence of the Lambs, you know. So yeah, there's an argument that could be made for that. But this is a special situation in my opinion, because the fan base has wanted this for so long. It's been teased, it's been talked about, everyone's talked about it behind and in front of the camera for Scream, the franchise.
Yeah.
And I just feel as though, you know, Matthew is just that type of charismatic actor. This is a very charismatic character.
Mhm.
He's had a lot of really cool success in recent years, and especially things like Five Nights at Freddy's and so forth. So I just feel like it'll be a huge miss if they don't bring him back alive.
Yes.
Now, again, I haven't seen it. Maybe they could figure a way to do it where it's still really cool. But I just feel as though he's so dynamic, and people have wanted this for so long. I think that a lot of people, myself included, even if they did it right, I'd be very disappointed if he's not alive in this film.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not to say I'd hate it.
Mhm.
Not to misconstrue words, but I
Yeah.
would definitely be disappointed because I would feel as though it was a missed opportunity.
Yeah. I and that is really how I feel also. I think what a missed opportunity. And just it's gonna be so disappointing. But Knight, and I want to see if you agree with me on this or not. But even if they say or don't have him as a living character, is
Mm,
that they're still making it look as if he died.
yeah,
I still believe he's alive. Like I don't think him not being alive in 7 that means he's dead. I think
right.
they're two different things.
I do too.
And you do. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it just seems to me like if they want to go the route of deep fake for this movie,
hmm
then they can do that. But that doesn't change whether he's still living. He can still come back in a future Scream film.
Absolutely. I mean, there's 1,000 different ways that can happen, and we've also talked about it. You have, I have, the collective. They could literally have this film be the whole AI scenario, or even
Good.
most of the film. We believe that he's dead, and then whether it's at the end of this film or in 8, it's revealed that he is alive. So I mean, there's 1,000 ways this could go, but even if they didn't do all of that, I agree with you. Down the
Hmm.
road is always open. Everything's on the table. Everything.
That's right.
Again, with horror, you have this type of license where you can bring back characters like a Kirby, and even in the ways that they did Billy, of course, not alive, but there's a lot of room for creativity and imagination.
Hmm. Yeah. 100% on the same page. We are locked and loaded together, man. And so I'm going to go ahead and get back to a super chat clip now for our last super chat. And Knight, sometimes, man, when you're having fun and you're singing, you're having a good time, sometimes that good time can get the best of you, man. And and you don't want to have what happens to this fella here happen to you. So let's check this out. Oh, dude.
That was good.
Down for the count.
Yeah, that was good.
He was having fun. He's dancing. He was like
was.
getting all into it.
He was ready,
He was ready for everything. He was
or at
ready to
least he
party.
thought he was ready, I should say.
Yeah, true. And hey, we got another super chat coming in. Kelly with the $5
Hey,
super chat. Thank you, Kelly. Says, I'm a Stu truther, as you should be, my friend. As the conductor of the Stu train. Ooh, okay. What's the most logical way to bring Stu back alive in your opinion? Knight can answer as well. Okay. Well, Knight, do you want to go first? And I'll give my opinion.
sure. I mean, I think that I don't know if it's the most logical way, but I mean, the way that makes sense to me is that somehow there was a cover up of sorts. Again, he comes from a very well-to-do family and so forth with resources and all of that.
Mhm,
I mean, dude, we see this type of thing in movies and in TV. We've seen it a million times. So I'm not, and I don't
yep,
say that to make it sound like, oh, this is a tired trope, but I'm just saying,
mhm,
deaths can be faked fairly easily in these type of situations. So I think that definitely could be part of it. He obviously could be, or could have been institutionalized or what have you. I mean, I think those are the avenues for which it makes sense to me. You know, it's not going to be anything bordering supernatural, you know,
Right. No.
like they actually pronounced him dead you know, they show like a flashback
Yeah.
of the end of 96. He was pronounced dead and they were bringing him, you know, to the hospital, and all of a sudden he just wakes up, and no, it's not going to be anything like that. I think it was some
Yeah.
cover up of sorts, and his information was just buried or changed, and I really think that would be what it's going to be.
Yeah, I do believe the same on this one. Here's my personal favorite way that I would do it if I was writing this film. Number one, that his death was faked in Scream 1, because it answers the questions, Knight, of why was Stu never mentioned again. If he
Yeah.
was alive, someone would have known. Dewey would have known. Gail would have known, right?
Right.
And I just have to believe that would have been a plot point, at least in one or two of these sequels, reminding us that Stu is still out there.
Mhm.
And the only reason that these Stewie and Gale and others would never talk about Stu is because they think he's dead.
Right.
There's no reason to talk about him. It makes perfect sense. And you got to remember, guys, this is 1995. This is the OJ trial year. We are just barely getting DNA. Just
Yep.
barely getting DNA. So it's not like it is today.
Right.
And this also was my night, a small town. This is a
Yes.
small town. We're not talking about it being New York City or something else.
Mhm.
No, Woodsboro is a small little town with a sheriff, town sheriff, and some deputies.
That's right.
And we know that Stu's family was wealthy because of the property they lived on, the boat in front of their garage, and you know that's a multi-million dollar home.
Yep.
And so his parents were very well off, and it would not surprise me, Knight, if his parents were involved in some form of local government, you know, councilman or something like this,
On the
or
board of something.
yeah, on the board of something. They're plugged in. They're very important people. And I wouldn't be surprised if they paid for Sheriff Burke's election campaign.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, and he was in there. If so, then Sheriff Burke is in his back pocket. Well, guess what? If you've got the sheriff in your back pocket, it's not going to be that hard to get the medical examiner in your back pocket either.
Right. Yeah.
Not at all. And so I think what happened was his death. He did not die at the scene. He was in an ambulance. The ambulance took him to the morgue to be do what you do there. And the medical examiner knew and was in on it, and he was not alive. He was not dead. And he did an autopsy on maybe one of the other kids' bodies, somebody else's body, whatever, and said that was Stu Macher, and that it wouldn't even surprise me if Roman was waiting to pick up Stu Macher at the hospital outside to wheel him away into hiding.
That could definitely be not only that it's logical, but again, and we talked about that, and you mentioned it on the collective, you know, tying in all the threads for Roman, which ultimately brings more weight to Scream 3, which is not a bad thing either.
That's right, man. Yeah. And if that is the case, then we might even see that Stu was involved in Scream 3. And that's why we've got him with the flashback with Roman. I mean, dude, all of this is very plausible. And if anyone, look, if you don't agree, I think we can agree to say, at the very least, it is plausible. It could happen. And to me, I think it's fairly sound logical argument night. And maybe we could probably find some holes, but I think it's pretty solid because it explains everything. But here's the funny thing, Night. Scream 5 comes along, and all of a sudden we start getting clues that Stu Macher's alive again. And there's so many of them. There's at least 5 or 6 clues in 5. And Scream 6 comes around and we get more. More clues. So I'm telling you guys, look, I am convinced he's alive, and whether he appears alive in 7 does not matter. Of course, I want him to, of course, but I'm just saying
Right.
that's not going to change anything tonight.
Right.
Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson had him living for Scream 3. He was about to shoot the film.
Yep.
So there you go. That's enough for me, I think. I'll stop there. But Kelly, great question. Great super chat. I hope that answer that Night and I gave were helpful for you. I hope that maybe gave you some talking points, some thinking points. Because a lot of people have questions about it. So the more we can share these things together, the better. So,
Agreed.
All right, Kelly, thank you so much. Now, guys, look, we're getting dangerously close of not hitting our goal tonight. I'm a little worried, Night. We've only got 15 super chats, bro. I'm a little bit concerned. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reduce it, guys, live right now. I've never done this before. I'm going to drop it to 10 right now.
All right.
10. That means we only need 6 super chats in the next 15. I'll even go 20 minutes. I'll go 20 minutes. So that I think that's reasonable, don't you think?
I think so. Yeah.
So there it is, guys. You've got a chance for us to continue this conversation to 7:40 for another hour. But it's going to take 6 super chats in the next 20 minutes. All right.
Woo-hoo.
All right, guys. Your power is in your hands. And hey, Rachel's here. What's up, Rachel? Good to see you. All right, so I'm about to get to the chat. Don't worry, guys. We're coming back, but I got to play a clip here for Kelly. And, Night, sometimes, people wake up and they just feel like they're cursed. There's something, their life is cursed. Well, if that's the case, this might be something to consider.
Everything happens to me.
I'm broke. Can't pay my bills.
I think I'm cursed.
I'm just bad luck.
Stop. If you're tired of bad luck, if you think your life is jinxed, now you can change it with E. David Scott's Curse Removal. Call this number and follow simple instructions.
It really works. Within 2 days, I won this car in a drawing and $20,000.
Call and let positive forces instantly cast away the evil spirits that bring you bad luck. $1.95 per minute for entertainment only. Under 18, get permission. Call now and remove the jinx from your
Wow. How about that?
That's how you do it. Who would have thought?
Dude. Oh, Lord. Listen, guys, don't call that number.
Please don't.
That is a total scam.
Oh,
I love the ending. For entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, right.
Exactly, because they don't know anything.
Right.
Jeez. Wowzers. Hey, Ramona's here, and she's got a question. She says the Woodsboro area code showing up on Gail's phone in Scream 6. Come on, exactly. That's another clue. When she picked up the phone, it was a Woodsboro area code 707.
Yep, there you go.
So come on, guys.
They've been throwing around so many clues, man.
So many clues. They're just right there.
Like I said, I mean, again, I don't want to start any type of whatever, but I just feel as though it'd just be such a huge missed opportunity. I mean, you got and it would be cool because you could call, well, if they wanted to, they could make some small callbacks to some of these things that they've peppered throughout the films, and I think it just brings more weight to everything. And in my opinion, I mean, this whole franchise is about the whole mystery aspect and the whodunit. I mean, how cool would that be to have, some of these things that, a lot of us have either caught, and there might be some things that we haven't caught yet that they say, this or that. And they'd be like, oh, so cool. And then when you watch those older films, you kind of have a different perspective. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, it would, man. And the thing is, it's right there in their hands. They could actually do it. It's like, it's there.
It is.
Oh my gosh, man. Let's see. Jordan says, I'm a Billy and Stu simp, so to possibly have them together in some way is going to melt me. It's possible. I think Billy will be there. I do on that one. Hey, another super chat just came through. All right. Johnny with a $2 super chat says Stu's parents were away, may have delayed autopsy. I mean, that could be another excuse of how
It could be.
he got away.
Yep.
Yeah, Johnny, I like it, man. I like it. And, look, we're talking a lot about Stu, and I love that. But I think it's time that we maybe, maybe we just get a little glimpse of Stu because, the Stu train night is always rolling. I've got it ready to go. So let's crank up the train for just a little bit right now. And guys, remember, we only need 5 super chats now in the next 20 minutes. That's all we need. So here we go. Check out that Stu train.
Hi, it's Nancy Ann Ritter, the girl in bathroom from Scream, and I am on the Stu train. Stu, Stu!
Hello, listener. This is Mike Vaughn, and you're on the Stu train.
Ooh, yeah. Man,
That's cool.
that music is so thick and beefy. The guitar tones.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Just love that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see here. So I'm going to make a quick change here. Just 5 more by 7. Okay, just making this change so it will be current. There it is, guys. Oh, hey, Supertenor. Yay. Glad you're joining in on the drive home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I can honestly say, because there were times, and there were many times at night where I was able to pop in and listen while I'm driving. And I got to admit, man, that's what's so cool about discussions like this, especially with a community that likes to interact, and as a host, interacting with them. It's fun listening to it, even if you're like driving and it's just
true.
audio. It is really fun.
It's like listening to talk radio, but it's about
Right.
Scream.
Yeah.
Instead of
Yep.
sports or whatever, and
That's right.
yeah, it is entertaining to listen to, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because it really does translate to a podcast format. You don't have to be
Yeah.
on video
Right.
to have this discussion, but
Mm-hmm.
that's why I should probably think about doing what you've done and getting on the podcast platforms. And
Yeah, man.
I should think about doing that,
Yeah.
I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I mean, here's my only issue. I don't want people to stop watching the videos.
Yeah.
That's my only concern.
Yeah.
So I like to keep everything hubbed right here
Mm-hmm.
on this channel because, if you want to listen to audio, you can. That's like Supertenor.
Yep.
So, yeah. All right. Hey, we got ourselves another super chat. Oh, guys, we need 4 more. Just 4 more night is going to do it.
We can do it.
Come on, guys. I have faith in you guys. Rachel with a $5 super chat. Rachel, thank you. Seriously. Still not on the Stu train. I know. But listen, I'm not done, Rachel. I'm not giving up on you. I see potential. And I'm not going to let you go, my friend, until you come across the bridge and see the light
Yep.
that I will lead you to.
Come to
All
the
right?
light.
Come to the light, Rachel. It's going to happen. All right. But she says, I'll wave to you as you go by. Hey, there you go. Listen, that's all right too. And you know what? If Stu is alive in this movie, you're still welcome back on the channel, even though you are a non-believer. It's okay. I will
That's
welcome
right.
you back. It's all right.
That's right.
Oh, Ramona says, I will be on this train all the way to Woodsboro. Kelly says, come on the ride. It's fun for this on this side. Seats are comfy. Yeah.
There you go.
I love that.
Yeah.
But hey, Rachel, thank you again for the super chat, helping us get closer. We only need, another super chat has come through. I haven't even seen who it's from, but that means we only need 3 more night. Oh man, it's gonna happen, dude.
It's got
I
to.
feel it. Yep.
Yeah.
3 more super chats, bro, and we'll go. But for Rachel's super chat, let's find another clip. You know, music. I was just talking about music, man, and kind of that heavy metal, hard rock sound, and you know, I'm all for it. And sometimes though, I just kind of question some bands, and I want to see what you think, Knight. See what you think about these fellas if they meet the standard. I don't know. We'll see. Wow, dude. That's
I don't even know what to say. Oh my god.
I think they definitely
Wow.
are unique, right? That's a unique
Yeah.
sound.
Yeah. Hey, you know, go for it. You know.
Oh gosh. Hey guys, listen. We need only one more super chat, bro. We are at
There you
9.
go.
Just one more, and we will hit the goal of 10.
Woohoo.
And Night will go. Night and I will go for you guys another 45 minutes. So it's so close. And speaking of which, Dale coming in with a $5 super chat says Stu Train, 20 months as a channel member now. Dale, that is amazing. Thank you. Wow. You know, Knight, it's something, man, when folks, you know, maybe are gifted a membership and they stay a month and they leave, you know, and that's fine. But you know, when you have folks like Dale and others, many others that have been members for 20 plus months, it's just really heart touching because it tells you that what you've been doing for the last 20 months, this person still really enjoys it.
That is so true. I mean, and it's just one of those things that, you know, when you stream as much as you do, it's a lot to schedule, you know, and make things fit. And you know, those are things that, you know, neither of us and many others would never speak specifics about. But you know, it can be a challenge, you know, depending on what's going on and so forth. So when you have folks that are able to, you know, help out in that way, you know, it's extra special because it's something that's so generous and kind, and it really helps to push you to help, you know, that feeling of responsibility is even stronger, and it's also a stronger connection, you know, because the longer that people are there and enjoying your content like that, you get to know them. And we've made so many friends with folks in the community.
Oh, so true, man. Like just get to meet some incredible people and that love horror and are just good people, man. They're just good, kind people. And it's so cool when we come together like a family.
Yes.
And like this is our hangout. Here we are, Saturday Night Scream. And you know, on your channels streams, we go there and we hang out and we have fun. It's really awesome. It's really cool. Yep.
Yeah. And thank you too, Dale. I saw your comment. 20 months is absolutely crazy. Thank you so much.
It is. It's so is, man. That's big time. That's big time commitment.
It is.
So yeah, yeah, it's amazing. All right, so let me see here. For Dale's super chat clip, you know, let's you know, I know you love this night, so I'm gonna do it, man. We're gonna stay in a metal mood, okay? We're gonna keep the metal idea going for a little bit longer.
Okay.
And it's my favorite power metal couple. Bringing the heat. Here we go.
Do you feel that?
Oh yeah. Oh man, dude.
I love that. That's great.
Oh gosh. It's so awesome. I can't stop watching it, man. I'm like, I gotta keep this clip.
Right.
All right, let's see, guys. We still need one more super chat if you guys want to keep it going. We're so close. All right, but you know what? We do have a couple more. Johnny sent in $5. Thanks, Johnny. All right, man. Says, I listen to Craven and Night stream at work every day. Thank you, guys. You don't know how much it helps make work easier. And you're both great guys. Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
Thank you, Johnny. And Johnny's coming all the way in from Ireland, Night. He lives in Ireland. And he's listening to our content in Ireland, bro.
It's
Isn't that amazing?
unbelievable. It's amazing, and it's also like we were saying, to think that it can either bring some entertainment or fun or a little bit of brightness into someone's day. That in and of itself is absolutely banana pancakes, man. And and it's also it warms your heart, because it makes you feel like, wow, I'm actually making a positive difference for someone. So that's awesome stuff.
It is. So it's just amazing, Johnny. It's we tend to think like, that we're just kind of like, in this one spot where we do our streams, and you don't really stop and think, well, I wonder if I had a globe or a map, a world map, if I could put pins where people are listening to my channel. Wouldn't that be amazing to see?
Yes.
It really would be.
It would.
It's encouraging.
Yeah. It is. It really is, man.
Very encouraging. All right. Well, it looks like some people in the chat are talking about a hot dog. I see Jason's talking about it. I played a little bit earlier, so I won't play it yet again this soon. But you know what, man? I'm going to get away from the music for a minute. And we were talking about earlier, if you feel like you have a curse on your life, right? We talked about that in the clip. And in this case, sometimes you may not feel you have a curse on your life, but you may feel like you're just striking out in attracting women. It's just not happening. It's not working.
Yeah.
And so I have some folks here. You may have seen them before, but they're Traisley Night. They're still available. So, I mean, I'm like, they're still available. So, guys, here's a couple of candidates you might consider, just trying to help you out. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I live in the West End Pretend Valley. Pardon me.
Hi, I'm Janet. I'm looking for... I'm not sure. Hello, my name is Ellen.
Wow.
Some people call me sexy. Others say I'm sensuous.
Wow. Hey.
Oh, no. That's too bad.
That's to say, man, that's way too bad.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's right, guys. Johnny and Keon in the chat say we just need one more super chat. I know. Dude, this is like on the cutting edge. This is like on the very edge of a cliff, man.
Yeah.
We're so close.
It couldn't be any closer.
It couldn't. This is it.
That's right. It's so true.
Thank you, Johnny. And Super Tenor did send a super chat that got us to number 9 of 10 that we need. Says, I see y'all too. LOL. I'm parked for a second. That's funny. I pull up the phone while you're parked. That's great.
Right. Yep. I've done that before too, man. I've done it before too.
Yeah. Oh, and hey, look here, mate. Johnny sent in a $2 super chat for the 2 goats. Oh, that's awesome, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you, Johnny. And Johnny just extended the stream night, so we got another 45 minutes. Are you ready, my friend?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. Well, Johnny, you know what? I like to play clips on Saturday nights. We like to keep it fun and funny and just relaxed. And so I I had a chance to add those 3 new clips tonight. Night, you've seen all 3. Yeah, you've seen all 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to kind of dig back a little bit, Night.
Okay.
And sometimes it's just nice to sing a song. And here's one we could sing together. Going back to the I swear I'm going to go on Amazon night. I'm going to find the largest makeup pad I can find.
God.
And I hope it literally covers my side of my face. I'm going to do that.
And you know what, man? That first of all, that movie is amazing.
It is good.
And for everyone in the chat, and I know easily 50% of the chat has not seen that movie. You've probably seen the clip, but it's called Too Scared to Scream. Fantastic old school early 80s slasher, whodunit slasher.
That's right.
That's the great Ian McShane, who's a fantastic actor.
Yes.
Most notably in the John Wick movies. But everyone's got to start somewhere, Steven.
You got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere. So even if you need to be prepping your face, you got to start somewhere.
That's right. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. Hey, Primetime Chris says we finally caught the Stu Macher trial. Amazing work. Oh,
wow.
Thanks for watching that, man. We put a lot of work into that project, man. And
yes,
if anyone's watching who's not a Stu truther, I really want to encourage you to go watch this The People versus Stu Macher. It is a lot of hard work went into it for months preparing.
Yep.
And basically the purpose of that video or that stream is not even necessarily to try to convince you to change your mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's really more about showing you why we believe, Stu Truther's belief he's alive.
Right.
It's kind of defending our position.
Yeah.
But you know what's happened since that night? A lot of people have come to me and messaged me and said, I watched that live stream. It was compelling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm officially on the Stu train now. I think he is alive.
Yeah.
And that's fantastic, man.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, cool thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I just think that what it does, if nothing else, because we never sat there, and you never said it either, said, hey, we want you to also, be a Stu truther or anything like that. But we just presented, a lot of evidence, real world evidence,
Yes.
And of course, we're talking about a movie, but there's always been that argument that there's no way that he could survive something like that. If a TV fell on my head, blah, blah, blah. But we had so much evidence, not just with the TV, but even the stabs and so many other things. And I thought it was so much fun, man. We had so many laughs. It was one of the most fun streams I've ever been a part of. And I've been a part of a lot of streams, bro. But it was so much fun to do.
Oh, I feel the same. And it was fun on every kind of level you can think of. And I really encourage you guys, if I'm going to put a link to the stream right here. If you have not seen The People versus Stu Macher that we did 2 years ago. There it is. Let me see. Did I post it?
Yes.
It's in there. Okay, just making sure it went through. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So guys, listen, please check it out. We have an entire segment on the TV, just the TV alone.
Mm-hmm.
And actual real life cases. This is what we're not making it up. We're actually got real statistics. And you're gonna. I'm just gonna tell you, you might be surprised. You might be really surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, go check it out. I think I think it's definitely worth watching. Whatever side of the fence you're on. If you're a Stu truther, then it's going to give you some talking points, and it will only probably strengthen, hopefully, why you feel he's alive. And if you're not, it may give you something to think about and maybe put a pebble in your shoe. So, hey, that's all I'm going to say. All right. But thank you, Chris, for watching it. and sharing that feedback. I really do appreciate that. And guys, also make sure you are subscribed to my guest, the Night Watch Zone. Okay. Thank you, Julie, for putting links in the chat. I know it's always possible that someone here is not yet subscribed. So please do click the link now. Go ahead, subscribe. Trust me, you're going to love Knight's content. If you've never seen what he does over there at Coriander and Kite and Kill, they are amazing. So you definitely don't want to miss it. Thank you, Julie, for posting that. Okay. All right. Keon says, I think part of the early parts of Scream 7, Stu will be AI. And then eventually stuff will start happening that will make Sydney question if Stu really is alive. And she didn't do enough. Ooh. Man, I think that's plausible too, man. I think that, we may be halfway into this movie and like nobody even knows that, or no one knows for sure. Like everyone's confused if he's really alive or not. And I think that will be a fun way to do it. It would be pretty awesome. So yeah, we're going to have to see, man. We're going to have to see what they do. And I want to shoot a shout out to Val too. He's also here helping out, moderating tonight. Thank you, Val. And Val's is sharing that if you want to become a Patreon member, get exclusive Craven Something Scary content, you can become a Patreon member right now. It would be amazing to have you. It would be so cool. If you do join Patreon tonight, please let me know in the chat so I can go and recognize your membership. It would be wonderful to have you as a patron. And some of you may think, well, hold on a second. I'm already a channel member. Are you wanting me to cancel my channel membership and become Patreon? No. I don't want you to cancel anything. If you're already a channel member, that's great. And I know it's really cool having that skull by your name. And I think that, it's an awesome thing. But I also would say if you became a channel member and a Patreon member, you're a double channel supporter, and that would be amazing. So just something to think about. Okay? But do let me know in the chat if you become a channel member, and I will recognize you here on the live stream. All right. Very cool. Thank you, Val, for putting that out in the chat. All right. And hey, look who's joined us. It's Bye-Bye Polar. Good to see you, Polar. All right. Chris says, when will we get a trial of Detective Bailey being awesome? Yeah, probably not going to get that one done, bro. I'm just going to be honest with you. Oh, man, I tell you what. You guys are amazing. Well, Johnny, it's an interesting question regarding, like what tier. It really is up to you. Honestly, it's up to you, man. What I would encourage you to do is just go and just check it out. Yeah, just check out what the options are there and see what your choices are. You got several to choose from, and I think that rather than me recommend it, of course, if you join the top tier, of my memberships, you'll get a chance to appear with me on stream here once a month. So that's something to think about. It just really depends on, what you like to have, what you like to do. But I can tell you that, the final cut, the extended cut is probably the most popular which is the $10 level. That one there, you get to suggest a topic for a video or a live stream, and people really dig that. It's pretty cool. They think it's really cool. It's the feedback I get. So there's a lot of that, and there's extended cut's a popular one, and so but just check out each one. That's my advice for anyone who's interested. You'll see exactly how it works and what you get, and I think that whatever you feel fits you best, that's the one. All right. So, hey, Knight, welcome back.
Hey.
So, yeah, check it out, Johnny. And if you decide to join tonight, that would be amazing. And I'll definitely call you out on the screen, recognize your membership. That'd be fantastic. All right. All right. Let me get back to the chat. Hey, Knight, let's kind of tease everyone on what's coming up in about 30 minutes when we end this stream. What's happening, bro, that we're gonna send everybody over to?
Well, sometimes you have a couple of friends who want to, I don't know, I guess change your mind in a way. And
Okay.
my good buddy Eric and Barb, they wanted to have a little bit of a discussion about a very divisive entry in the Halloween franchise. And so we it's almost like we're having a redo of sorts of our great debate of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Okay.
Not exactly a redo of it per se, but a discussion and some things that they want to throw out and so forth. So we'll see how that goes.
Fantastic. And that's coming up live, right? That's
Yeah.
coming up live tonight. It's in
Yeah.
30 minutes, guys.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. And I already mentioned it earlier when you were away, just reminding everyone to make sure
Thanks,
that they are
man.
subscribed. 100%, bro. Yeah. You do not want to miss what's going on at the Night Watch Zone.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly. I don't know if they're gonna be like tagged. Well, I don't want to give it away, but yeah, they're pretty passionate. So yeah.
This Knight's gonna suffer through a Halloween 2 defense. Oh gosh. Oh, listen, I won't be able to make the stream, and I almost feel like I need to be there,
right?
To be on your corner, so that you're not just alone in your corner.
Right.
I don't know if Corey Andrews going to make it or not, but
I don't know.
It's like, dang it. So guys, listen, if you're able to make it after this, go straight, and we'll talk about it more as we get to closer, but go and support Knight. I think he's going to appreciate you guys in the chat supporting.
Absolutely. No doubt about that.
To not miss it. Oh Lord. Oh man, I wish I could be there. That's one. That's
too, man.
I know, seriously, bro. I'd be like, just bring me on, brother. Let's go. Mm-mm.
I wish you could too, man.
Oh Lord. Oh man. Well, let's get back to some Scream talk, guys. So Night, man, we've heard well, you know what? Here's something that I think is fun, and not everybody who's here may have seen this video. I've played it a few times over the last few months.
Okay.
But I thought what might be fun as we dive into some 7. Or let me ask you this, Night. Maybe not. Would you rather talk about a different Scream movie? I mean, it's all Scream tonight. It's any movie. So if you have something you want to talk about on another film, we'll do that.
Well, I think, when I think about the franchise itself, there are a lot of aspects of all the films that come into my mind, and obviously talking about what we're excited about and thinking that's going to happen in 7 and obviously even 8. But one thing, and we talked a little bit about it, but I'm just really excited to see how this film, Scream 7, can really, or possibly I should say, make a big difference in the previous entries. whether it's the original or like we were teasing about, maybe even in 3, or like you said, maybe even in 2. Maybe we get some confirmation that, you know, Roman was right there behind the scenes in the events of Scream 2 as well. So, or orchestrating, you know, the puppet master. And I think that to me, that would be just so cool to get that bridge. And I think it also be a very smart thing to do, you know. But yeah, I think especially with 3, and you know, there's some folks that have issues with 3, and we know that. I personally think it's a lot of fun. Is it perfect? No. And there was a lot of things behind the scenes we all know. But I think all that being said, it's got so much fun. It's kind of like that entry that you can just kind of kick back and just smile and just let it go. Whether it's Parker Posey or, you know, any of the other characters, all the cameos. Not all of them. I don't think all of the cameos always worked, but it was just fun that this film, this franchise, truly was being meta. You know, it was like being as meta as it could almost get. You know, so
That's right.
Yeah,
man. I Scream 3 is such a good time. It's such a good time.
It is.
And hey, real quick, let me see here. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry. Just I got distracted by something. Sorry about that. Anyway, Scream 3, guys, anytime, any movie you guys want to talk about, but I guess what we'll do is we'll shift back to 7 for now. And something I like to play every now and then, not, you've probably seen this on all the streams we've had, but I'd like to just get us in the mood for Pine Grove, Indiana. So let's kind of like get the mindset. And the way that I'll do that is with this little video I'll put together of the on location shots for Pine Grove. So let's take a look at this, guys. Get into a Scream 7 mode. And for the next 25 minutes, we're going to be talking some Scream 7. All right, here we go, guys. Craven Plaza, baby. Yeah, man.
Very cool.
Hey, real quick, Rachel says, I'm going to take off for a bit, but I'll see some of you on night stream later. All right, Rachel. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate
Catch you later.
Yeah. All right, Knight. So we just got a glimpse of downtown Pine Grove, Indiana, where Sydney's coffee shop is that she owns right there in the town square. We also know that I shared the video footage of Ghostface chasing a character in the downtown square at night. And that particular character ran towards, or perhaps even into, the coffee shop. And Ghostface was slowly walking behind in no hurry whatsoever. I'm not going to say who the character is because I don't do spoilers. Like that would be a real spoiler. I know that there's people have leaked it, unfortunately. Couldn't help that. But I'm not going to say who it is because I think that's a real spoiler. But my point is, Knight, what do you feel about? And I think you saw that footage of Ghostface, right, walking.
Mhm.
Remember?
Yep.
What are your thoughts after seeing that a while back and seeing the town now with day during the day? What does it make you feel like when you're seeing all that? Does it make you feel a certain way?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it just kind of gets the adrenaline pumping a little bit because I think one thing that and it's amazing to think excuse me, that we'd be at the seventh film and we haven't had a lot of this, but you know, and we thought we'd get a lot of this in six. We got a little bit of it, but you know, Ghostface just out in the open, you know, doing whatever, you know, whether it's an attack, a chase, being there, and obviously the beginning of six, we saw him in an alleyway as well. But you know, it's just really it just kind of gets you all like jittery and kind of like excited because it's like, man, you know, we have some opportunity for some really cool scenes and some
Yeah.
stuff with a new flavor, but yet it still feels Scream like, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like the best of both worlds. It feels like it fits, but it also feels like it can be a progression of sorts, you know, some things that we haven't necessarily seen a lot of in the franchise. And again, this will be the seventh film, so you know that says a lot as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And your point is so true because the seventh entry, man, you know, that's a lot of movies in a franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that this could be one of the most special sequels of the whole franchise, in my opinion, it has the potential to be.
That's right.
That's incredible to say. That's that much optimism for a seventh entry is exciting. Yes, it's exciting. And what are your thoughts about? Because we know it's a Sydney focused movie, is what they've said. And Kevin Williamson said he is in love with Sidney Prescott. Like he's just that's his endorser. And what I want to know is how much do you think she's going to have to split story time / screen time with Gail? What do you think that percentage looks like? And what do you think the percentage looks like with her daughter, Tatum, who is going to be also in high school and part of the film?
Well, I would love to see Gail have a strong, you know, arc in this film because I feel as though she hasn't had one since 4.
Yep.
And I think it's kind of a waste of a really great character, obviously, one of our OG3. So I might be overreaching here, but you know, I think obviously Sydney's going to have more screen time than Gail, but I hope Gail has a good amount. That would be so cool. You know, maybe it might be, I don't think it'll be 60-40, maybe it'll be 70-30.
Okay.
Which I think would be fair. But again, I don't know that. I just hope that whatever Gail does in this film, I just hope that it really is cool and it means something, like truly means something. Because when you look at 6 and you look at the fact that the attack was really cool, the first phone call that she takes, all of that is really cool, but I feel like it almost gets undone because she survived. And it's not just that I wanted to see her die, because it's not that, but I just feel like the way she survived and it's off screen, and it just felt like it was cheap. I hate using that word, but that's just how I felt as a fan. So I much rather see what she does in 7 have weight, you know, maybe some things where she's using her brains. She's such an intelligent character, and I feel like we haven't seen her, you know, be able to show that since the 4th one, you know, maybe even 3, really, you know, when she was on the hunt. But on the 4th one, she went rogue, so that was cool too. I'd like to see that. So that's a long-winded answer. I'm thinking it's going to be, you know, closer to 70-30 between Sydney and Gail. But with Sydney and Tatum, you know, with the possibility of Tatum, you know, kind of taking on that role, kind of like Allison in the Halloween trilogy, I think that could be more like 60-40. You know, maybe even closer to 50-50 if they do it right. And as we know, you can do it where you have the older cast and the newcomers and really mesh them together well so that there's a balance. And I think 4 is the best or the latest example in the franchise. I think 5 didn't do a good job of balancing new and old characters.
Yep.
6 had moments, but it still wasn't really a good balance because I don't think they did enough justice to Kirby. It was okay,
Right.
but I think 4 was able to do it fairly successfully, and so I'm hoping, especially with Kevin on board, that 7 can do that as well. Because ultimately, that's the possible future of the franchise. Is
It is, man.
is the new characters and Tatum and so forth. So they have to really hit a home run with Tatum, and the only way you're going to do that is if she has enough screen time so that we can get to know her and get to love her and so forth. Just like Allison in the Halloween trilogy,
Mhm.
you got to have, and that's a great example too. Look at how they were able to balance Allison and Laurie. It was great. They
Yeah, it
had
was.
a great balance, and even in Kills, Karen had her moments and stuff. So it can be done. It can be done.
Yeah. Yep. 100%. Now, do you think there's any chance, or I guess there's always a chance, but what do you think the chances are that Tatum doesn't survive? That Sydney loses one of her kids in this film. Do you think where do you think that's at in the realm of possibilities?
Well, like you said, anything can happen. I just feel as though I don't think that
Mhm.
Tatum would die. I think that'd be kind of just, I don't know. It just feels like it just would be.
Yep.
It sounds so bad to say, but not non-scream like. I don't know, but
Yeah,
but
that's true.
yeah, because I mean, all the things that Sydney has gone through, but being attacked, being kidnapped, being a prisoner, being, all those types of things. I think all those types of things can be on the table, or either Tatum
Mhm.
losing someone very close to her. And then there's that
Yep.
dynamic of maybe she feels a certain way about her mother and what all of this has caused. Um,
Mhm.
that's definitely on the table. And I think it gives a lot of possibilities for those actresses to have some interesting things to do.
Mhm. Yeah, I also agree. I don't think she's going to die. I don't think it's just not a Scream thing,
Hmm.
that we would expect. Kevin Williamson, I don't think he'll do that to Sydney. So I think if anything, we're going to be seeing what possibly could be the future of the franchise.
Hmm.
And Isabel May, and
Agreed.
just yeah, and so I'm going to be watching Isabel May's performance very closely because they might be hedging bets towards her carrying on. And
Hmm.
if that's the case, we don't know, but if that is the case, she's got to deliver, man. She's got to be so solid
Yep.
to become the new Scream final girl. That's a big shoes to fill. I mean, I know that it was done by Tara and Sam, two people filling the lead, but I'm still saying replacing Sydney Prescott's shoes.
Hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that's how I feel it. So, ooh, okay.
Yep.
All right, let me get back to the chat here and see. I know some have come through. Let's take a look. Any questions that you guys have? Problem with going up, when you scroll down, you scroll up, you don't remember where you last stopped.
It happens to me all the time. But I can tell you one thing that's interesting in the chat. Primetime Chris was saying 95% to 5% Gail goes down before the main credits. And there is that theory out there that
Ooh.
she'll be the opening kill.
Ooh. Now, how do you feel about that, man?
Well, I think that I just feel like it number one, it's too it's kind of old hat in a way.
Right.
And I also feel like then 6 is even more wasted, as far as her character. You know what I mean? Like that
That's
makes
true.
a horrible situation for her character in 6 even more horrible, because if she's
Yeah.
just going to die in the opening of 7, they should have just killed her in 6, and at least that attack or that kill scene, I should say, would have like really meant something and kind of stood the test of time for the franchise. So I have a feeling that it wouldn't make as much sense for it to be Gail in the opening. Now she might be attacked, or maybe mocked or involved. You know, maybe it's a
Yeah.
call to whoever is going to get killed and a call to Gail or something. I don't know. That's possible, but I just feel like she won't be killed. You know, and I don't even think she'll be attacked either, because again, that's a rehash of 6. They
Mm.
got to, if
Yeah.
Gail is to die in this film, I just feel like they got to give her some good stuff to be sending her on her way out. You know, like as much as I didn't want to see Dewey killed, there's no doubt that David Arquette killed it, no pun intended, in Scream
Mm-hmm.
5. He was
Oh
amazing in
yeah.
Scream 5.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Man. And that's kind of and we'll talk more about predictions, obviously, when we get into like January, December.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start doing our official prediction streams and all that fun stuff. But we're still a ways out. But I mean, some people feel strongly that Gail needs to die. Others
Mm-hmm.
feel strongly that she needs to live.
Yep.
And then there's others that are just meh. They're on the middle. Either way, they don't really care.
Yeah.
How would you classify yourself right now on that criteria if you had to?
Well, I mean, I love the character, and I absolutely love Courtney. But
Mhm.
I feel as though the last 2 outings, they just haven't been fun outings, and that's not
Yeah.
to throw shade on her. But it's just to say that they got to get this character right. She's one of the OG3. I think they need to get this character some really good stuff for her to work with as an actress. So I don't necessarily want to see her die, but at this point in the franchise, unless they can come up with some really good stuff for her character, then it's like, well, maybe it is time. But if it is, I think they should really work their butts off to give her some good stuff in this movie, so that if it happens, that I'm gonna be like so dejected, like I was when they killed Dewey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's another good point. And Justin actually kind of was talking about that in the chat. Says I do think Gail dies, but it'll be in the middle of the movie. Yeah, so give her a chance to work with Sydney, and maybe she dies saving Sydney's daughter or something like that. I mean, it would make her a hero if you think about it.
Yeah, I could see that as something that would be very poetic, because in a lot of ways she was at the beginning of this whole thing, as far as broadcasting everything with Cotton and Maureen. But yeah, I mean, if she goes out, it should be like that. Just like I think Dewey, like obviously he came there to help everyone, but I really think if he were to die, he should have sacrificed himself for Gail. And I think that would have really put even more weight on that. But yeah, if Gail has to go, let it be for a good reason.
Yeah. Good reason. Yes, please. And Val's putting a link to Night's stream, which we're literally going to be hopping over there in like the next 5 minutes. So there's the link to click. In fact, if you want to click it now, it'll open up in a new window, and you can just you'll see it open up, and you can go ahead and smash that thumbs up button before you get when you get there and have it ready to go. And set a reminder. You can also set a reminder. So yeah.
Thanks, Val.
Definitely. Thanks, Val. Yeah, much appreciated. Okay. Let's see. All right. I was just trying to look and see. Let's see here. Oh, well, sometimes you just can't find what you're looking for.
I know. StreamYard, and it's interesting, but because StreamYard used to be easy to scroll through the comments and kind of catch up. But
yes,
even though they've added new features in this and that, it almost feels like they're shrinking the the view and the buttons and the toggling thing, which makes it so difficult, especially if you're holding a stream where you have, you have folks that have questions, and then you have folks that are sending in super chats, and you have anniversaries, and you've got obviously things that you play like clips. You have to be able to toggle easily. That's the hope, and they've really kind of messed that up.
Yeah, and I just see the updates here, like how they're updating the formats and the but at the same time, when you start doing that stuff, it takes a minute to get with it. You got to learn the new stuff, and then it kind of slows you down. So
it does.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start getting things wrapping up here, guys. Chris says Chad is about as immortal as Deadpool at this point. Dang. Hey, Shay. Shay's joining from the UK. Is another one of our good friends of the channel. What's up, Shay? Glad you could join. We're just about to wrap up, but we're not actually done. Night will be streaming here in about 5 minutes, and it's going to be a Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 discussion.
Yep.
You want to be there.
Who would have thought? But like I said, and you know how Eric is. He's pretty. He could be pretty convincing. But him and Barb, they said, let's just do it. Come on. And to be quite honest, is something that we had talked about for a while. So finally able to kind of get it going. So.
Well, it's going to be good, man. It's going to be good, and I know you'll hold down. You'll hold it for it down, brother. I know you will. You have good arguments. It makes sense, and stand your ground, brother. Don't give up. That's all I say. Don't give in, man.
Right.
Stay firm.
Yeah, man. Well, like I said, man, like, if you're up for it, definitely pop on in, man. Cause I don't know. They're really they're pumped up for this thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man, if I'm able to pop in, it may only be for a little bit. I mean, I can't do the whole, I know I can't stay the whole time.
Yeah.
But if I can jump in for, at some point tonight, for 20 minutes, even just to say, let's go, Leo. I'm calling in the support. The troops are coming in.
Right.
I will do my best. I will. Well, and by the way, we're gonna talk shop while you guys are live. You don't see this stuff most of the time.
True.
But what's the best way for me to reach you when you're streaming? Is your cell phone next to you, or is it better to reach you through?
Yeah, you can just throw me a message on my cell phone. Absolutely.
Okay, I just want to make sure, if you prefer that or Instagram or something, I didn't know, or text, but either one's okay, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Either one. Okay.
Either one. Absolutely.
Okay. Pardon me. Chris says, I imagine you streamers have to retrain your eyes to scan the chat. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Our eyes are on a swivel, man.
All
Seriously.
the time.
All the time.
Yep.
Becky says, hello, Craven. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Living the dream and doing it one day at a time. So
that's right.
Just one day at a time. How are you? I hope you're doing well, my friend. I really do. All right. So night, one more time, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap up because I don't want you to be rushed. Get to your stream. Let everybody know one more time what they're in store for anyone who's come in late.
Yeah.
Didn't hear you earlier. And then we're gonna go ahead and call it here.
Yeah, I have two buddies of ours, of me and Stevens, that they have really strong opinions about the Halloween franchise, and they wanted to kind of have a new discussion on Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, the ins and outs of it. We're going to talk about different parts of the movie, different aspects of it. We might even go into some scores and stuff like that, which could be pretty fun. We
Yeah.
we did that before on our great debate series, but I'm thinking that it'll be interesting to see how they would score certain aspects of the film, because when you break down a movie, sometimes
Yeah.
you might find that you enjoy certain things more or less than you originally thought. So it's going to be a fun discussion, and I know that the folks there in the chat are going to enjoy it, because it'll be spirited. It will be
Yes.
spirited.
Good way to put it. Guys, you
Yeah.
cannot miss this. Yeah, trust me. You just don't want to miss it. And the link, I know Val put the link to it earlier, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, it's right here. There you go. It's back at 7:34 East Central Time. So be sure you guys click the link in the chat and go to visit Knight's channel. That's a direct stream. So you literally, when we're about to leave right now, you can just click that link and go right there and wait, and the party will get started shortly after that.
That's
So,
right.
all right. So, Knight, I think that we'll call it here. And this was an amazing stream. Thanks for joining me
Yes,
tonight.
yeah.
It was a great time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, it always is. And, there's so many interesting things when we talk about any of these legacy franchises, but obviously being, so enamored with Scream, and obviously the stuff that Wes was able to do, and now looking to see what Kevin will be able to do. It's fun to talk about the ins and outs of it, because
Yeah.
these are characters that we've loved for decades. And
That's
I
true, man.
always enjoy these conversations, man.
Me too, bro. I appreciate it, man. And listen, I will. I know you're probably going to need to get out of here now, so let me. If you want to head out now, I'm literally about to end the stream anyway. So
Okay.
I will text you, man, if I am able fully to be a part of that.
Okay.
And if you don't hear from me, I'm so sorry, because I want to be there.
Oh, that's okay.
But that's a replay I'm not going to miss. Let me tell you right now. I'm going to be like, yeah, Knight, I'm proud of you, man. That's right. But I'll do my best to make an appearance at least a few minutes, if nothing else. So
we'll love having you.
okay, brother. Well, we'll see you hopefully over there shortly. Everyone in the chat, go now. Just leave now. I'm about to end the stream. Go over to Knight's stream. He's heading over there now, and he's getting set up, and we'll be online in just 5 minutes, probably or less. So, Knight, thanks, brother. Talk to you soon either way.
All right, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, bro. Talk to you later.
All right, man. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. And for everybody here in the chat, thanks again. It was a great time. Appreciate you all being here. Thanks for your support of the stream tonight. And thank you to my moderators. Julie was here, Val, and Mayanne. So thank you all for being here. It was a great time talking Scream, as it is always. And hey, you never know. Hang on over to Nights. You may see me. You may see me pop up right there on the panel. So anything can happen. All right, guys. Take care. Much love to you all. And I'll see you on the next video or the next stream, whichever comes first. Good night, guys.